Hello, welcome to Paid Media Monthly, a brand new series by Exposure Ninja, where we're going to be covering the latest trends, news, and effective paid search and paid social advertising campaigns. I'm joined by Rebecca Pilkington, who's our head of paid media, and I'm Dale Davies, the head of marketing at Exposure Ninja as well. How you doing, Rebecca?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Pretty good. Really excited to get started with this series. So as I said, It's a whole brand new thing.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Looking forward to talking more PPC related things and getting to grips on new topics and changes that are coming. So we could look at Christmas is a good time. Sorry. Christmas is coming up.
I don't know if you can tell, but my microphone is all cutting out and stuff. Sorry about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you back?
I think so. This has never happened before. My microphone is all like messed up. Sorry about that, everyone.
It's fine. We could jump straight in to talk about like the main topic, which is I wanted to talk about Christmas, which is a little late in the marketing PPC world, but we're in October and we're already prepping for Christmas here at EN for our clients and for our clients' campaigns. But it's really important to make sure we get things right for the Christmas period, because as you will know, it's the season of sales, Dale. So we've got Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Boxing Day, and budgets will skyrocket in PPC land.
What a terrifying thought.
I know. So we are like, your ad spend could in theory double. So what I'd like to talk about today is how we can best use AI to execute strong campaigns this holiday season, and talk about, like, even though we're using AI, why the human touch still matters and why it's very important in campaigns.
Magic. Let's dive into that a bit more then, please.
Yeah. So it's really, so as I've said, budgets are going to skyrocket. So it's really important to plan your media budget, make sure your campaigns are tight and you've got your creatives aligned, which leads me on to like how we can use AI to, like, budgets are going to double, so that if you don't have a huge budget in PPC, you are going to have to think smartly about how you can get in front of your competitors and how you can win auction rankings. So as you've probably heard and seen recently, PMAX, although PMAX is quite old now, but there's been some changes to PMAX campaigns, and AI Max for search has come on the scene. And we can use like long-tailed keywords and targeting to be able to get in front of more people at a cheaper cost as well. So the more we niche in, the higher our cost per clicks go. But with the new tech that we've got in Google Ads, it means that we can get in front of more people, but more relevant people as well, which is really important.
So for those who, sorry, Rebecca, for those who aren't really aware, like, what do you mean by new tech? Can you expand a little bit on that? Sorry.
Yeah, so AI Max for search and PMax, they work on signals and machine learning. So how they work is you will be given, we will give the campaigns like prompts. So we'll give search terms instead of keywords that we want to target. We'll give audience signals, and we'll also give customer data as well. So if you've got a CRM or a client list, we can plug that into PMax, and we can say we want to go after people that look like our ideal customer. And how that works is it will, particularly AI Max for search, it will suggest search terms and landing pages, and it will even alter the ad copy to make the ads more relevant for your user, which is how you will get a cheaper cost per click this holiday season as well. So that's quite new piece of kit that we've got in Google Ads, and it's just rolled out. I think most people have this now. This should be fully rolled out.
Amazing. So you mentioned earlier about like how to make like a really strong campaign. It is so essential for this period of time. How do you go about doing so?
Yeah, so again, we want to make sure we've got our targeting as tight as we can with what I've just explained about, you know, using customer lists, make sure we've got search themes, make sure we've got like really good quality landing pages as well. I think it can go underrated, like how much your landing page alters the customer experience and helps increase your conversion rate from ads as well. So as part of the quality score that we get, the landing page experience is very important because that feeds into your quality score, which is the metric that allows us to get the cheaper cost per click in Google Ads. So using the new tech and AI within Google Ads, it will be reading from your landing page. So it's really important that the keywords that are on your landing page are the same keywords or search themes that you're using in your PPC campaigns as well. So that's what we mean by having like a really tight knit campaign. We've got the structure and the landing page, and they're feeding nicely into one another. And then I've mentioned that, you know, the AI Max and PMax can they can use functionality within Google to write your ad copy as well. So this is when we can use AI to the advantage where we're matching exactly what people are searching for on Google. So say somebody's looking for a red jumper with long sleeves, that might be the keyword that they type into Google, and we can dynamically add that into the ad copy as well. So making sure your ad copy is very personalized, it matches your keyword and matches what people are searching for on Google as well. So the combination of all these things will allow you to get the most out of your budget, especially when we know advertisers are going to be all over Google, all over paid social channels as well. And it's going to be really hard to cut through that noise. So it's really important that you have like all these, you go through all these steps to make sure you've got a really good quality score within your campaigns.
You mentioned earlier also that it's really important that you've got like that human touch in there too. Can I ask you to expand on that whilst I restart and try and get my tech issue?
No worries. So
Cheers.
yeah, it is still very important to have the human touch within your campaigns. So what I mean by that is just don't rely on LLMs. So LLMs, ChatGPT, Gemini, all those kind of things just to write your ad copy. Because if everybody else is doing that, all your ad copy is going to look pretty generic. So it's okay to use AI as like kind of an assistant, but we don't want it to replace, you know, that human touch, that personalization that we get through our creative and through our ad copy. So with PMax, it's not just all about ad copy. We've got video and we've got images on there as well. So it's good to experiment with that. But when we are specifically writing ad copy for search ads like AI Max for search, we want to make sure that, yeah, we've got a human touch, a human voice. We're expanding on those USPs. Those call to actions are really strong. And like a problem solution type copy, you don't want to be reliant on AI solely. I think it's good to test, but solely to be writing that ad copy because it's going to look like everybody else's ad copy.
That makes total sense. Are there any final points you want to share on this before we move on to the latest news?
Well, actually, this ties quite nicely into the latest news. So with making sure we've got that human touch within the ad copy, that leads us on to Google's new ad AI tool, which is for AI Max for search, which allows you to make sure that certain like phrases and buzzwords are not being included in your ad copy in the instances where AI is using, you know, your landing page to pull your keywords and to write your ad copy for you. So that's really new, and I'm really excited to test that. And I think that will be quite revolutionary in PMAX and AI Max as well.
What I particularly love about the paid media team that you lead is just how much you dive into every kind of new development and get testing like on the go as soon as possible. So it doesn't even have to, it's just like rumored that this thing is coming. You're like, right, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go test it out. I want to see how it works.
Yeah. So I've seen it's rolling out this quarter. So it's not something we've got access to yet. And it will be rolled out like ad account at a time, like they have done with previous new features. But what I really like about this is it still allows you to take advantage of that machine learning and to get that broader reach, but still have control over the messaging, because this is a lot of feedback that we get from clients, new clients, people that we do sales reviews for. They're like, I really don't like PMAX. I don't like AI Max for search. It gets me spammy leads. It says the wrong thing. It sends people to the wrong landing page. It's got too much control over where it's sending people, and we don't have enough levers in the background to pull. So some people can be really put off by it. Now, this new feature will allow us as advertisers to have more control over what is being put out there with your brand name. So, for example, if you have like a luxury product, so we have a lovely brand that we work with, and they have luxury baby products. So we want to always avoid saying discount or cheap alongside their luxury products. Number one, because they're not discounted or cheap. And number two, because it's just not that tone of voice of the brand either. So within these settings, you can actually, it's kind of like instructions, and you write them as though I would be writing them to you, Dale. Like, do not use the word cheap or discounted in relation to these products or services. And then you enter, and then you can add lots of different instructions and prompts like that, using normal language to formulate the ad copies, so to stop it from, you know, mentioning certain things that you don't want to mention alongside your brand products or service. So yeah, I think that will be quite revolutionary. I'm quite excited to use that over this next quarter.
I suppose it does pose a question of just how much work is a PC specialist or paid media specialist doing if you're asking it to not do stuff, or you're putting more of like some parts of the job role into the hands of the AI. What should in-house teams or people with agencies be asking of their paid media agency or paid media team, since some of this stuff is being picked up by AI in some cases?
Yeah, I think that's a really good question, actually. And this is something that we get asked from time to time. And it's like, if you're using PMAX, what is it that you're doing in the background? So we do a lot of things behind the scenes that you don't normally see happening in the ad account. So we'll do our normal optimizations that you would expect. So we'd be doing SQRs and adding to negative lists and all those kind of things. AI is refreshing our ad copy for us. AI is reaching different audiences. What we are doing is we're setting up more tests in the account, and we're interpreting data a lot more as well. So our role is becoming more of an analyst more and more, as we using more of this machine learning, more AI tech, and we are interpreting what that means for your ads. So AI could show us a whole new audience that we've never even thought about targeting. It's not come up on keyword research. It's not in the client's persona, but we can see from the data that like this whole new audience are clicking on your ads and converting. So then we would devise a whole strategy around this new audience. So we might want to build a new campaign out. We might want to do a test campaign. We might want to create videos that speak to this particular audience. So that would be a big part of the role, creating videos, and we'd still want to test human ad copy alongside the AI ad copy as well. And then just pivoting and strategizing a lot from whatever it is that the data is telling us from on a daily basis.
I'm not entirely sure if you're going to be able to hear me or not, because it's now telling me that my microphone isn't even connected. This is wild. I've been doing this live streaming podcasting for like 5 years, and this is the first time this has really gone off the rails like this. So sorry about that. So that was the latest news, correct?
Yes. We can hear you, and that's the latest news, Dale.
In that case, can I ask you to move us on to the ad of the week part of the series, whilst I do a complete computer reset? And if I can, I'll try and add your screen on to share now, if that's okay. So I'll do that, and I will try my best to come back. If not, it's all in your hands. I'll see you in a little while.
No pressure, no worries. Oh dear. So while Dale is restarting his computer, we will look at Bupa. Bupa, I thought, would be a really good brand to have a look at from paid ads, because as you can see, they have quite a lot of ads. So what I'm looking at here is, this is the Google Ads Transparency Center. And anybody can, go to this website, put a brand name in, and what will happen is all the ads that are running, and maybe some previous ads that have run in the past, will, show like this screen here. So these are all Bupa's ads. Bupa is a big brand. It's a healthcare brand. They do healthcare insurance. They do dentistry, private healthcare insurance, that kind of thing. So you would expect them to have quite a large ad budget, which means they'll have lots of ads that we can look at and dissect. So as you can see from my screen here, we've got lots of different ad formats from Bupa, which is really good to see. So we've got search ads. This here is a video, and this is a display ad. And this is another display ad. And as I'm scrolling down, we will see some map listings. So this will be a private dentistry here. And then we've got some other listings. Another one that's a dentist. But what I thought was really interesting of these ads as well is we can see that we've got certain locations that are flagging up. So this shows that Bupa is using dynamic locations within their ad as well, which is really, really positive, because if you're in a particular location and you're looking for private healthcare or a private dentist, you're going to want places to show up in your local area. So again, by having that dynamic location within the ad copy, you're more likely to click on that ad. So if it says, which one have we just gone past there? Bupa Dental Care, Golston. If you're in Golston, you're more likely to click on that ad than one that doesn't have your area in the ad copy. What is worth noticing about this ad copy, though, is that it is not the most creative, which is quite surprising, because if I scroll up to the top of the page, we can see much stronger ad copy here. So we can see that, they've got the brand name there, the product, so it's Bupa Health Insurance, and a little explainer of what it is, Private Health Insurance UK. And then underneath here, we can see like the descriptions. So it's physical health, mental health, dental care, 24/7 Bupa helpline, exclusive member benefits. So there's all things in there that would attract you to this ad and to click on this ad. This one here as well. Choose from 5 health checks, physical and mental support, We've got some more like site links and descriptions here as well, which tells you, you know, what it is that they do, and what features they offer. So this one here is quite an anomaly and not a very, very strong piece of ad copy compared to the other ones that we can see here. So that's quite surprising. If I take you over to SEMrush, and hopefully this will work while Dale is away. Let's share this tab instead and see if this works. Yep, that is working. So yeah, if I take you to this this window, this is SEMrush, and we've used SEMrush to look at particularly the search ads that Bupa are running. So while the ads transparency tool is really good to look at, you know, different types of ads, this advertising research here will show us the ads that are running, the keywords that trigger the ads, and, you know, volume, cost per click, and other trends and bits that we can download that's just cut off the screen there. So looking at this ad copy compared to the ones that we can see in the transparency tool, this is much stronger ad copy. We can see that they are using USPs like 5-star rated by de facto. They are pointing out what the product is for the whole you. So I would assume that means covered from head to toe. 365 days of well-being advice. So these are really nice ad variations that are written with USPs. They've got call to actions. The only thing I would say is that a lot of these ads, or a lot of Bupa's competitors, will probably use the same USPs. So things like 5-star rated by de facto, I'm sure another brand will be using that. And get a quote for our comprehensive healthcare. Again, it's very generic still, and it is kind of lacking a personalized touch. I like to see ad copy with questions in there. So tired of waiting on the phone, like those kind of things, like prompting a question, tired of waiting in a queue, tired of not being seen by your doctor, more like questions to prompt an answer from the person that's searching as well. I think it's very important to see in ad copy. Dale, you're back.
I'm physically here. I just don't know if the virtual representation of me is actually working properly.
I can see you. We can hear
I've restarted fully and everything is exactly how it was beforehand. So I'm going to assume it's the software and not me personally.
Okay.
But I've been watching along on my phone, and you did a cracking job of it so far. I'm just curious with this particular campaign, how does the ad translate through to the actual pages themselves? Are the pages themselves in line with the kind of recommendations that you make?
Yeah. So I'm not going to click through to them now, but they are. When I'm clicking through, the landing pages are what I would expect from the ads. So when we're looking at dentistry, I get a dentistry ad. When we're looking at just generic family insurance, I get a family insurance ad as well. I don't see any mention of free children in the insurance here, which would be like a key thing I would point out in these ad copies, because with Bupa plans, family plans, the kids are free. So yeah, they are good ads and they are strong ads, but I still think there's a lot more that can be done to make them stand out a little bit more from the competitors.
Because one of the things I'm always most impressed with the campaigns that your team put together when we were putting forward for awards and just kind of celebrating, like, you know, the campaign wins that we've earned for our clients, is that how it joins up with the rest of the marketing. So, for example, like the landing page has such importance because it feeds into keyword selection for stuff with Performance Max and so on. But then it needs to hook up with, you know, a solid call to action, which then, you know, turns into good marketing to sales handover or nurturing or email kind of stuff. So I know your team is particularly good at making sure that that all joins up together. And I suppose, is that part of your checklist when going through and auditing campaigns, is to see, is it not just the front end with the ad, is it the back end too?
Yeah. So when we're running the audits, we look at the landing page, as you've just said, making sure that the keywords so the back end, the keywords that we're targeting from the campaign are present on the landing page, and what is being pushed out in the ad copy is similar to what is on the landing page that you're clicking through to as well. You will get a landing page score within Google Ads, which makes the overall quality score up as well. So that is something that we look at, whether you're hitting your expected click-through rate, your ad relevance is good, your ad score is good, and your landing page experience is good as well. So they form part of our audit, and it's what we use as well to like quality QC, quality control our own accounts. So once we've set our accounts up and they start running, say it's a brand new account or a brand new service, so we've got no previous data to go off. These are the metrics that we're looking at to make sure that the campaigns are on track and that they're doing well, and that we're going to beat competitors in the market, because we've had a few clients that have come to us and their competitors have a larger budget than what they do, and we've still managed to get the top position in the auction because we've pulled these levers where the landing page copy, the ad copy, and the keywords are all aligned nicely, and there's that smooth user experience from ad to landing page as well.
Which kind of ties back to your earlier point of the human touch.
Absolutely. Oh, I think you've gone again, Dale. I just wanted to point out as well, while we're on this page, the keywords that you can see that are triggering for the ad. Is this the worst podcast you've done? Oh dear, bear with us, everyone.
Am I back?
You are back.
Amazing.
Oh dear. Anyway, back to the ads. As you can see from this page, you can see the keywords that are triggering the ads. So we can see that Bupa health assessment is the keyword that's triggering this particular ad that I'm looking at now. And I've noticed when we go across, if I click this one as well, so this is the health insurance one, and we can see all the keywords: Bupa, Bupa health insurance, Bupa again. So these are all fairly different services. So we've got health assessment, 2 health insurances, and then I think this is just a generic brand ad. So I would expect to see Bupa on the brand campaign. But we're seeing a heavy reliance on brand terms for this ad, which you shouldn't be. You should have a separate campaign for brand, and then your services, you should not be triggering for brand terms on your services campaigns, because this is just not the best use of budget to have like a health assessment campaign showing for Bupa keywords, because you're going to always come up for Bupa with the SEO efforts that you're doing anyway. So we wouldn't need to advertise like, you know, Bupa health assessment, Bupa health insurance. We should make sure we're separating those out so that we can see people who have already been aware of the brand are going to come in through the brand campaign, and people that don't necessarily know about Bupa, or they may be looking for a competitor, or they're in their research phase, they're not ready to make action yet, they're just looking for somebody who does health insurance, they're looking for somebody who does health assessments, and we want to appear without the brand term. We don't need to be spending money on those brand terms in this case. So yeah, that would be my main focus. If I got my hands on this campaign, I would be segmenting out the brand terms from the service terms, and that would probably look like a little bit of an account restructure for these campaigns.
That looks like a really wise move.
Yeah.
I'm going to take us on to the last section of our live stream podcast, whatever you want to call it, which is question of the week. So if you'd like to send us a question, you can do. You can go to exposure.ninja/PMM. That's for Paid Media Monthly. And you'll be able to submit a audio question, which will then play in our next live stream, which will be in November. So the question I've got here isn't from a particular person that I know the name of, but it is from a recent conference that our CEO Charlie Martin went to, and they had this question come through. And I want to put it to you, Rebecca, which is ChatGPT has just added instant checkout, where people can buy products directly through ChatGPT without necessarily having to leave the platform. Should we see any, or should we expect anything similar to Google Shopping ads within ChatGPT as part of this anytime soon?
Yeah, I mean, we know that there's nothing here at the moment. There's no ChatGPT shopping. There's no other platform shopping within the AI sphere. But it does feel as though it is moving in that direction. You know, we've got checkout within ChatGPT. We've got agent mode. People can browse for certain products and services and get recommendations. So it feels very natural that the next move would be to add some kind of paid platform in there, some advertiser platform that we can, as advertisers, take advantage of. It is speculation at the moment. ChatGPT have said there's nothing in the works at the minute, but that there's nothing available at the minute. But I would expect to see in 2026 ChatGPT ads being launched. I don't think we're very far away. I think they're just keeping it under wraps.
Yeah, I was looking earlier at what the status is of the team that they're building out for this. It looks like they're still hiring roles for some of this functionality. That they're going very slow about this, but maybe kind of in a slow and steady way, rather than just trying to race out anything that they can anytime soon. But it seems like an inevitability.
Yeah, it does, and it would be it'd be silly not to do it, wouldn't it? The amount of searches that come through the AI overviews and ChatGPT and the other AI platforms as well. We see it growing more and more and taking away from traditional search a little bit more. So it's inevitable, and it works so well with how people search, because people are starting to search with longer queries and giving more direction, so that they're not having to sift through pages on Google looking for exactly what it is that they're wanting to see, and getting recommendations. So I cannot wait for this to launch. I think it would be really smart move, and like you say, it looks like they're hiring right now. So yeah, I don't think there's a rush to market, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing this, and I reckon 2026 we'll definitely see something.
Yeah. Well, if you're really curious on how instant checkout works on ChatGPT, you can come back to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/exposure.ninja, where we'll have a new video out with our founder, Tim Cameron Kitchen, talking all about how it works and a few of his predictions for what this means for the future, but also what you should be doing in the immediate future. If you do want to submit a question to us, you can go to exposure.ninja/PMM, and we'll use that next month. And if you are looking to get your questions answered before then, you can head over to exposure.ninja.com and you can have a look through some of our useful resources like blogs and podcasts and so on. But if you want to get his questions directly answered by Rebecca and the team, you can go to exposure.ninja.com/contact, send us a message. We'll do our best to support you. Any final thoughts you want to share with everyone before we close up for our first and somewhat jittery first episode?
Yeah, I would just say don't be put off this quarter with promotions and sales and increased ad spends. Make sure you have a tight-knit campaign, test AI, and make sure to use still human touches within your campaigns as well. It's all about getting a good quality score, and you can beat competitors with larger budgets than yourself. So that would be my main takeaway today.
Okay, it's just spurred the question, an extra question, man. Is it kind of too late for companies to be setting up ready for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, stuff like that?
If you're quick, if you're quick, yeah, it is a little late to be thinking of like big campaigns such as maybe video campaigns. But for search and shopping, get planning those now, get writing your ad copy, structure your accounts, get all your data in your accounts, do your research, and you've got plenty of time to set up search campaigns and shopping campaigns before, you know, I think it's the last week of November, Black Friday, isn't it? So you've still got a few weeks. If you have a really good video editor that can turn around in no time, then maybe you've got time to write some briefs as well. But yeah, we normally start planning like August, September for our clients, but it's not too late.
Fair enough. Brilliant. Well, thanks everyone for joining us for this month's Paid Media Monthly, and we'll see you all back in November. Take care, yourselves. Bye.
Bye.